Major Mohommed Ali Shah also is joining us at this point on the broadcast. Major Mohommed Ali Shah, your view on Pakistan once again landing up with a begging bowl abroad.
Absolutely, Uday. As you rightly brought out that, Shehbaz Sharif now, in 2002, they had a devastating flood. And now he's gone to Geneva and with Antonio Guterres, they have raised $8 billion. That's a different thing altogether. But then there are nations which have come forward and pledged in support, such as China, Germany, France, Japan, and international organizations such as the World Bank, European Union, and the Asian Development Bank. But the very fact is, who is out of their own heart and their own free will, who is supporting Pakistan right now? Nobody would want to come forward and support a nation which promotes terrorism and which promotes dastardly attacks. So yes, most certainly they are digging their own grave. And as Pablo Neruda, the Nobel laureate from Chile, wrote, "You start dying slowly if you do not travel, if you do not read, if you do not, appreciate yourself." And then he also said, if you kill your self-esteem, if you do not let others help you. So when these devastating floods happened, our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, he tweeted, not in support of Pakistan, but expressing as a humanitarian gesture, just expressing sadness and condolence to people who had died over there. Shehbaz Sharif took no time to return back a reply in Twitter saying that we do not want any help from India. Who was offering help in the first place? It was only a humanitarian message. Now the very fact that they've gone with a begging bowl to Geneva, and I don't see it stopping here. They will go on further because marta kya nahi karta. Ultimately they're desperate. They want to save the country. They want to save the people. And it's a man-made disaster. Let me tell this to you as well. It's a totally man-made disaster, self-inflicted. Had they been careful, this situation would not have arisen. And I see them actually coming to a worse state than what happened in Sri Lanka a few months back. In fact, last year. In fact, Sri Lanka had had countries like India and other nations to come and bail them out. In February last year, we gave them $2.8 billion package as an aid to help them out to Sri Lanka. Who is going to help out Pakistan? These countries have pledged, all right. Let's see them come on ground and do it. And let's see who else will further come on and do it. But I don't see much happening, people coming much in support of Pakistan and trying to help them out with these issues there.
Fact, of course, is that these are astronomical amounts, big amounts, which have, of course, been pledged for Pakistan. But what will they do with this money? Will it go to the right cause, or will it be misused as always? Major Shah, do you believe that there should be clauses put as part of this aid as well? Obviously, there should be complete scrutiny as to where this money is going, isn't it?
Absolutely. There should be a proper clause. There should be who is receiving it. There should be a proper accountability. And despite that, these people manage to spindle off the majority of the maximum of the money, and they are desperately in need. So a person who's desperate can go to any extent. And they are desperate right now. They are begging around the world. They're begging Katora right now. And that's a state that they have come to. So most certainly, there should be a proper foolproof method about these funds being utilized in the right direction for what it is meant for, because they're known for swindling it. They're known for General Bajwa's property. I'll give you an example. General Bajwa, the former chief of the army staff of Pakistan, his wife wasn't paying income tax until 2014. And suddenly we find so many properties on the name, we find so many funds, and he says, oh, there are certain properties he failed to declare in 2014 that time. How can you fail to declare property? How can you forget? Did we forget to have a breakfast in the morning? Did he forget to have his breakfast, his biryani? No, he did not. So similarly, these people are very, very corrupt, and they're desperate. And a desperate man, as you know, can go to...
Getting breaking news now coming in on the broadcast. Let's quickly go straight across to it. Protests have erupted across Gilgit-Baltistan against the Pakistani government over tax hikes. These are breaking visuals coming in of protests which have erupted in Gilgit-Baltistan. Major Mohommed Ali Shah is joining us for more details on this story. Major Shah, take us through the details of these protests. Where have these protests broken out?
Uday, these protests, in Gilgit-Baltistan, it's very, very common. They always keep protesting against the Pakistani regime over there. They are not happy with them at all.
Okay. In fact, and what is the latest reason for these protests, though? What is the issue that these individuals are protesting against?
Oh, basically government policies which are very, very unreasonable. They have come out with new tax laws and they have imposed new tax sanctions, and it's basically finance to come to it. So these people last year, they were protesting against because they were not getting full energy, drinking water supplies to their homes, and now again they are being unreasonably treated by the Pakistani government. It's overall, if you say the stepmotherly treatment of Pakistan towards Gilgit-Baltistan, towards POK, towards the entire area. It's about time when Pakistan cannot look after them. Obviously, they cannot look after them, and the land, if you see logically over there, it doesn't belong to them. Actually, they should gracefully hand it over, but which they will not. So the protests are basically people are opposing that we do not want to be governed by the Pakistani regime, by their policies, by their laws, by they come out with different ideas. So obviously, people are bound to protest over there against the silly Pakistani regime over there.